Greetings everybody, this is Leviathan here, and today we're on the PTR. As I mentioned in my last video, which is in a link in the video description, we talked about the PTR patch notes and what to expect. It is now available live for testing as of this video, October 1st. And as we usually do, I'm here to break down what you can expect for the Seasonal 22 Haedrig's gifts, the cosmetic rewards, and also the Conquests. So as was mentioned in the patch notes preview, it's going to be the new sets for each class that we'll have for the Haedrig's gift. So what that means is the amazing Gears of Dreadlands for the Demon Hunters, the Horde of the 90 Savages for the Barbarians, which again, all these sets are pretty darn strong. Some of them are obviously going to lend themselves to be better starts for the classes. GOD seems like it should be good for DH. Horde 90 Savages, not the best start, I don't think, but if you're going to play a support Barb, for instance, for your group, that might be a good way to start out and just fully embrace the support role right away, or the RGK. You've got the Typhon's Veil for the Wizard. Set's still kind of not that great, but they are trying to make Hydras better this PTR, so I guess we'll see by the time that we're done with this PTR if this will be a fun one to start with. Then you've got Mundanugus for the Witch Doctors. Obviously it's been nerfed over time, but still a very great, powerful set. Could be a good one to start with. And also there's some other stuff that they're trying to push forward for the Witch Doctor this current PTR. So it might be a fun class just to dive into with all the angry chicken, crazy speed farming that you might be able to do. For the Monk, Patterns of Justice. This is probably the best starter to go with, so if you're looking for one to just blast through the seasonal journey right away, and we'll give you a reason why you might want to do that in a moment. POJ, just absolutely great. I have a guide on that one. I'll even throw a link to that in the video description so you can check it out if you want, but absolutely fell in love with that set back in season 19. Next is Aegis of Valor, or sorry, season 20. Next, Aegis of Valor for the Crusader. This has been nerfed so many times, and yet it's still an insanely strong set for the Crusader. Might get supplanted by the changes to Bombardment this coming PTR. Could be that Bombardment will be hella strong by the time we leave, and maybe some other builds might get a bump up from the PTR patch notes that we've seen, so keep an eye out on the fate of the Crusader, but AOV is usually going to be a pretty darn good bet, and by far still the best Rift Guardian killer, so you got that going for you. And last but not least, the Masquerade of the Burning Carnival. So this set kind of came in, I wouldn't say dead on arrival, but just not very great, and it still needed some love. They did introduce for this PTR a brand new item, the only one that's a brand new item for the Necromancers, which is a Bracers that buff up Bone Spear, so it could be that that will be enough to really give this set the love that it needs. Again, PTR, things are subject to change, so it could be that they'll get whatever they need to make it good enough, but we'll see. And then next, you've got your cosmetics that you can earn. So both of these, there's a new portrait frame. It's called the Lost Civilization portrait frame. And this pet, which is called the Book of Cain, which is kind of funny. It is literally a book, it looks like, that walks around with a staff. So there you go. Both of these are earned by going through the entire seasonal journey. So all your chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is how you earn your Haedrig's gifts for those that don't know yet. And then beyond that, there's other tiers like Slayer, Conqueror, etc. And you want to get all the way through to Guardian, which is the last tier, complete all those objectives, then you'll unlock these. So if you're interested in portrait frames, pets, collecting all that stuff, definitely go ahead and do that. And like I mentioned, POJ, Monk, going to be one of the best ways to blast through all those objectives. Very strong and fast build. And then last but not least, we have the leaderboards and the conquests, which always get reset, and you have new ones for the beginning of each season. So for this season, we've got the Speed Racer / Sprinter Conquest, so that you have to go through the acts 1 through 5 in under 1 hour. This is absolutely doable solo with the right build. You need something very speedy, like a Demon Hunter or a Monk, like Infinite Dash Monk, or just a vaulting Demon Hunter. Probably even with the GOD set, with all its movement speed as well would be good too. But this is also very, very doable once you have a group, because it just adds for more fail-safes against RNG. If you as one player go the wrong way, then at least you can have a group of other players also searching for the next, thing to do in the campaign to combat, oh, I just spent 5 minutes going the wrong way. Next is I Can't Stop, leveling 3 legendary gems to level 65. Software relevant one is On a Good Day. This one pretty much auto completes itself because you're going to level your gems up. Obviously getting to GR 70 is where you're going to go for your primal unlock. So, you know, this all just happens naturally. It's not a very hard one to do at all. And for the Guardian tier, you do need to do 3 conquests, so I definitely recommend this one. Next is Worlds Apart / boss mode, and that's killing all the bosses in the game on at max level on at least Torment 10 difficulty within 20 minutes of starting that game. This one's very easy to do, again, solo. All these builds nowadays, you can like one-shot most bosses on T10, so you just need a build that gets to the boss rooms quickly. And a lot of them are on rails, like, you know, the way to Belial is always one way to go. Only a few of them that are random, which is mostly the Act 5 ones, but very, very doable. And again, this is one you can do in a group as well. It's just that everyone in your group does need to be present in order to get credit for the boss kills. So keep that in mind if you do decide to do this one in the group. The fun thing you can do in a group is have everybody go find a boss, like find, you know, the entrance to the boss, then do a town portal. So they go back to town, and it sort of like tags that entrance, if you will, and then you go, someone clicks their boss, you know, start the butcher, and then instead of hitting your T or town portal, whatever your button is for that, use M or whatever your map button is to bring you back to town, and that'll actually allow you to portal, quote unquote, back to town, but it won't override your town portal, so you can basically have kept all those portals that you set up for the bosses. Very nice tip there. Next is Dynasty. So you have to reach Greater Rift level 55 solo with the full bonuses of a 6-piece class set for 6 of those sets. So this one's a bit grindier because obviously every class has, you know, a bunch of sets, but you can't do this on one class. You have to have at least 2 classes. So, you know, even get someone to power level you or get a Gem of Ease or something like that and level up a secondary class. But at least now, with there being a new class, a new set for every class, you can almost do the whole thing. It's too bad they actually didn't lower it to 5, so you can just do it with one class. But that one is also very, 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 very easy because GR55 is nothing, and all these class sets at their most basic level can destroy GR55. So you just need to get the gear together to do it. And then last but not least, everyone's favorite, Masters of Sets, Masters of the Universe. This is the set dungeon one. All the new class sets, by the way, don't have set dungeons, so that's something to keep in mind. You have to go with the traditional quote-unquote sets. A lot of people don't like the set dungeons. That's still kind of the prevailing feeling around the community. It is what it is. If you want to do this conquest, you got to do them. They've been made a lot easier because their time limit for them is longer now. You can see all the mobs on the map immediately, and it's just figuring out how to do the gimmick of the set dungeon. So I don't think that one's too bad. Of the 3 that I would recommend, though, for getting your seasonal journey done, I would definitely say I Can't Stop, leveling the 3 gems to 65, doing the boss rush, Worlds Apart, boss mode, and then the Dynasty. So a bit of grindier conquest this season, but you can get them done. It shouldn't be too bad at all. And that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that nice quick run through of what to expect for season 22. Again, going to be a really fast, powerful start for a lot of classes. The pet here seems pretty cool. Crazy that it's a book running around, dressed up as Cain basically. And then, you know, some of the conquests are not my favorite, but you can do them. You got this, guys. No worries. So hop into the comments if you need any more help or tips or questions answered. Let me know what you think, what class you think you'll start with for this season. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can get more videos and builds and all sorts of fun stuff in future videos. Thank you for watching this one. Until next time, be safe out there.